plus it cost me. And when the nigga started hating, that's when the nigga lost me. Fantastical, that's what the hoes call me.
Mazuma TV back with another video. Alright guys, shout out the boxing scene for this article. They had posted about Eddie Hearn's thoughts going into Anthony Joshua versus Wladimir Klitschko going down April 29th, I believe, down in the UK, Wembley Stadium, 90,000 people showing up. And when speaking to Eddie Hearn, he had expressed some concerns for Anthony Joshua, and he had stated how it's a concern of how Anthony Joshua is going to be able to deal with an experienced Klitschko in the later rounds, because if you know Anthony Joshua, he's an Eddie Hearn fighter, but besides that, all of his fights are by knockout. He's 18-0, all of them coming by way of knockout. And so with that being said, obviously his fights don't go the distance. So with all of his fights ending early, Eddie Hearn is questioning whether Anthony Joshua will be able to stay in the ring with a fighter who has a lot of experience, who's actually gone to later rounds, you know, with Tyson Fury, David Haye, Bryant Jennings, etc. With a guy who's been down the distance multiple times, who's been in multiple championship fights. He's expressing concern. And when you look at it that way, I agree with Eddie Hearn. I think there is some concern for that. You know what I'm saying? Wladimir Klitschko, although he came off of a loss, he's been through a lot of championship fights and came out victorious in a lot of them. Reigned in over a decade. He reigned over a decade. He had lost in 2004 and have not lost since he had been defeated by Tyson Fury. That has been over a decade. He just lost recently, like a year and a half ago. You know what I'm saying? So somebody with that much experience, that much seasoning, and all of those things that come together, and then you got a young, I would like to say inexperienced, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to call Anthony Joshua inexperienced. He just started climbing up the ladder, fought Eric, I think his last fight was Eric Molina, knocked out the drummer boy. Eric Molina didn't put up much of a fight. His toughest fight was probably Dillian White, you know what I'm saying? Dillian White had beat him in the amateurs. He came back and ended up knocking him out after Dillian White had initially hurt him during the course of the fight. He had gotten hurt, but he bounced back and was able to get rid of him. So he had faced some adversity, but still inexperienced. Fought Charles Martin. Charles Martin, I think, in my personal opinion, I felt as if he had given up, you know what I'm saying? I think he'd have definitely got up before the count, but obviously he didn't want no more smoke, so he just stood down for as long as he can, and he became champion. So he's just moving up the rankings in terms of opponents. Klitschko has been fighting top quality opposition for years and years and years. So you know, this is nothing new to Klitschko. The 90,000 people in the stadium may be new to Klitschko. This is Klitschko's biggest fight in terms of numbers and all of that. But this is like something new for Klitschko as well. But this is just, at the same time, this is something that he's been through over and over again. He knows how it feels to be in big fights. So I definitely see where Eddie Hearn is coming from. I do see why he is concerned, but I don't think he has any concern of Anthony Joshua getting destroyed or getting absolutely dominated or anything. I think he believes that his fighter has what it takes to beat Wladimir Klitschko. That's exactly why the fight was made. I don't think Eddie Hearn will put Anthony Joshua in the situation where he know he's gonna lose, because he makes so much money off of Anthony Joshua. So for him to purposely get Anthony Joshua to loss, that doesn't seem very reasonable, doesn't seem very logical for him to do. So I think he believes his fighter could pull it off, but I could definitely see why he's concerned at the same time. But until then, we're just going to have to see what happens. Let me know what y'all guys think about this, man. Feel free to leave a comment. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, Mazuma TV. I'm out.